No.
Alright, start the show.
It's the show that sucks. With your hosts, Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light is shining through the window. Let me know everything is alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
With special guests from around the fighting game community.
Has commentating hindered your ability to place 4th place at local tournaments?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it has. I just suck. I just don't practice anymore. It's not because of the commentary. It's more about just life in general. You know, you turn 30
Just life?
and you're like, just
You're
life.
30?
I'm 30.
Wow, you should kill yourself.
Now for your hosts, Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
What's up, everybody? It's the show that sucks, number 124, back from our very brief
Vacation.
1-week hiatus / vacation / me looking for a new place to live. That's basically what's happening right now.
Where did you find it?
I might have found something today, actually.
Is it a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom?
It is a 3-bedroom.
Oh, 2 roommates?
2 roommates.
Whatever, man. You can.
Why? Oh, you're just living the life by yourself.
I am. I fucking love living by myself. It's so nice. I wasn't wearing clothes for like 4 days. I put clothes on for the fucking show. It's so great.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know.
We couldn't
I
have
dress up.
another debacle.
I dress up. I'm wearing shorts too, so I'm not even trying. Yeah, I just don't. I don't like roommates. I don't like living with people.
I mean, I don't think anybody would like living with you either, so I think that's...
True.
Goes
I'm
both
loud.
ways.
I'm really loud. I have weird hours. Like yesterday, I went to bed at 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
You went to bed at 8 a.m.? Is that why you're
Yeah.
tweeting? I was like, so that you're not actually... You're
No, I
just
just
going
don't
to
sleep.
sleep. You're just going to sleep at 8 a.m. because you
'Cause,
tweet at
I
like 7
take
in the morning.
naps at like 11, thinking that's a good idea, and then I just stay up for 9 more hours.
Yep, so that's what I've been doing, trying to
That's rough, man.
increase
is
my
the
living
rent good?
situation. The rent is actually pretty good.
Okay, that's all that matters.
It's in a good
That's all.
spot. Yeah, so hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be streaming from a new location.
Cool. I'm excited. That's cool. I didn't know. So, in other not Harrison news, I guess I'll just start off with I have a Patreon, everyone. If you guys want to support it, it's patreon.honzogonzo. Wait, patreon.com/honzogonzo.
What?
Do you not know about this?
I'm learning about it right now.
So basically, you pay me a certain amount a month. It's basically supporting my YouTube videos.
Okay. Not gonna do
And
that,
yeah,
but go forward.
There's,
Go ahead.
there's perks. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't care if you don't. I really don't care. There'll never be paid content on my fucking channel. Like, I hate it. Like, I saw the MK guys one time scheming about making videos and selling them on Amazon, and I thought that was fucking scummy as shit. You know, I don't like that.
So
Oh.
far, you have 3 patrons. Patrons.
I expected to get $10 within a month, so I'm pretty stoked about what's going on. So,
To
if
be
you guys
honest,
like
you
my
make like the
videos-
best like videos that anybody makes anyway.
Yeah, and I want to make more types and expand stuff, and I already have a bunch lined up, so you'll be seeing it. And if you don't want to do it now, maybe you'll do it later. I don't care. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, just trying to make videos and stuff. Also apply to work at Patreon because they have a position, so I might move down there.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
It's in San Fran though. You know how much I love San Fran.
Oh, I know you think it's the greatest place on the planet.
I can't wait for that was it the Rock movie where like the planet's being destroyed or something, one of the scenes of San Francisco just falling into the fucking ocean. Oh,
The
I'll
planet being destroyed.
something. I don't know. I don't know the plot.
It's just like all it is some guy is gonna blow up a rocket with like a bunch of nerve gas or whatever. That's what it is, and it's gonna like, it's not gonna blow up the world. It's just gonna destroy San Francisco.
Okay, well, all I know is San Francisco gets destroyed in some sort of way.
It doesn't at all.
Wait, have you seen it? Did this movie come out? You saw it?
The Rock, right?
I don't know. I thought it was The Rock.
That movie came out like 15 years ago.
No, I'm talking about the new one coming out.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Haven't seen that one because it's not out yet.
Okay. Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna stand up and applaud as it happens and walk out. I won't even see the rest. That's all I'm going to see.
Whatever you say, you will never be able to say that San Francisco is worse than LA.
I know. I mean, no. LA is very bad. I hate going to LA. I go to San Francisco all the time. So, anyways, let's talk about things. Let's talk about Evo partnering with benq, Harrison.
I think it's good. I think it's
modern-
great. I think it's amazing. I think it's about time.
Yeah, and as Asus did them dirty, Evo. If you guys remember from it was on the Capcom. Is my webcam fine? It's bothering me.
It's fine.
Okay.
You look beautiful.
It's bothering on my screen. I look hella laggy. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. Continue.
So at one of the Evo qualifying events, or no, it was for one of the 2013 Capcom 25th anniversary qualifying events. It was the New York one. They had Asus monitors, and it said Evo. These are the Evo monitors, Asus brand. Asus was like sponsoring it, I guess. But they basically took the Evo's name and put it on their monitors without asking Evo to use the name. So they were calling it themselves the Evo monitor, even though colloquially that's what they're referred to as. So there was a big blow up with Asus about that. And benq's been around. They've been supporting things. They've been, sponsoring. Their monitors are good.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, and I hear there's some problems with speakers, but no one actually gives a fuck about speakers. Wear headphones like a normal person.
I mean, really, everybody is so anal about sound anyway. If they're that anal, they'll just carry around their headsets anyway. So.
Well, even if you're just at home, wear a fucking headset.
That, and you're never ever gonna get great sound out of a monitor anyway.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
At least have a speaker system or something.
And they do. They have that at Evo. It's fine.
They have the speakers.
Who cares? We're past that at this point.
But benq's have been pretty widely regarded as great monitors. They're a little less laggy than the Evo monitors. So what this means is players are going to complain about the lag. And they're going to complain about these monitors.
Because it's not as laggy.
It's less laggy. And I've seen someone in real fucking life complain that a CRT is laggy. So, I guarantee people will be saying these monitors are laggy when they're in fact less laggy. And it's proven.
Yeah. I'm just happy that there's just going to be a more updated monitor. I don't know. I feel like it's not really hard to get the old one right now anyway, right? But
I believe you just get them on Amazon for like $150. And they have a newer model. It's basically the same fucking thing for like $170 or something.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's going to be nice moving forward to have a up-to-date monitor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you can get benq's that are much bigger than the Asus ones, and they're just as less laggy.
Yep.
And they have to pass through stuff, and
Yeah, the J-Wong monitor, right?
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that develops. It's really nice that Evo is getting more sponsors and stuff like that. It's great.
I'm just tired of looking at the same monitor because the monitor sucks. It's so old Like, it's good, it looks great on fighting games and stuff, but if you use it for literally anything else, like, it's not a good monitor. Like,
I'm looking at one right now. It's right here. I love Asus monitors. I love them. But my one over here is a big ass, not Evo monitor. It's from an Asus, but it's a newer one. It's
I'm
very
not
large
saying
and-
that it's Asus is bad, I'm just saying it's an old monitor.
It is. I still think it's great.
And you know what? We need new monitors to play these next-gen games, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fine. I'll accept that. I'll accept
We
that.
need new monitors to match our new systems.
Yeah, because MKX on PS4 on my big ass monitor looks amazing. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing Bloodborne. I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Like, you don't understand how much of a graphical leap it is until you actually put it up on a big 1080p
Yeah.
shit. So, also, side note, Witcher 3 comes out next week. So,
Oh, I'm pretty down for that.
I'm going to be playing that all Tuesday, I think. Pre-order at GameStop, you get a little keychain.
So is there going to be no show that Tuesday?
No, I'll do a show.
Okay.
I always stop. I don't know. Yeah, Witcher 3. I'm all about it. Anyways. So yeah, Evo monitor is cool. Let's do the Street Fighter 5 since that's just a blurb. Street Fighter 5 was reportedly on the list of because Capcom released a big like earnings report thing, I guess, or forecast. I don't know what they're called. Basically saying what they expected their products to make and what their plans with their products were, what they're focusing on, all this stuff. So obviously it pertains to Street Fighter. And Street Fighter 5, they project around 2 million to be sold, if I remember correctly. So that's a pretty conservative estimate than they've had in the past. Because, I mean, Street Fighter 4
I feel like you
sold,
have to play a little bit conservative. You never want to blow something out of the water.
especially after Cross Tekken. I think Cross Tekken, they expected 1.5, and it was only 800 or 700,000. So almost 50% what they expected. And obviously the expected is what they want to reach, but anything over, you know, beautiful. And Street Fighter 4 was like it was a lot, 3 or 4 million.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I expect it's going to be big.
Yeah, MKX numbers, from what we're hearing, there isn't any confirmed ones, but they say that it's just record-breaking for fighting games and shit. So I expected they probably sold around 7 to 8 million in the first fucking month. And that's actually insane. Because, I mean, I remember going to GameStop to pick up my PS4. Every single motherfucker in there was buying MKX. There was like 20 people in line for MKX. And these are, you know, I mean, I'm not in a very large town, so.
You're going to have to remember that Street Fighter 5 is going to have the hype being built from 2 Evos and 2 Capcom Cups. Too.
Yes. So all those fans are probably going to get them. So that's at least, you know, we're going to have at least 1 million, I think, sold minimum. And the name itself is so recognizable, a lot of people are still going to buy it.
Yeah.
If they do marketing correctly, then I think you'll get more than Street Fighter 4. If they do their marketing correctly.
Oh, I think so too. Like,
easily. There's so much free publicity for their fucking franchise. Every day. Every day. Free publicity. So, it's no excuse for them to... All they need to do is make a good game and market it well. I know that's hard, but, you know. Just make walk speeds good, fast, and make Bison have it overhead.
why?
He needs it.
He needs it? I don't think he needs it. I haven't even played the game yet. I don't think he needs it.
He needs an overhead. Bison overhead. Or Bison command grab. Is that our projectile?
Projectile would be sick. And he needs his cape back.
Definitely needs a cape back. Yeah, definitely.
He needs his cape
That's
back. Like
100%.
more than a projectile, more than an overhead. He needs his cape back.
Definitely. Get that. The Hound in Chats wants Indestructible back. I think we all agree on that front. If they bring an Indestructible back.
Oh, yeah. Dude, everybody loves that song.
Everyone does. People think they hate it. You know.
It's because it brings you back to a better time. I think that's why. It's not a good song. Like, let's be real here. It's a terrible song. But it just brings you back to this time where you're just like, oh my god, yes, Street Fighter 4, it's what I've been waiting for. And it was
Is it?
It was good at first.
Are we that old that Street Fighter 4 is nostalgic? Vanilla? Where it's like,
Dude, it
oh,
came
man,
out like
remember?
it came out 7 years ago.
Was it? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this isn't like some game that came out last summer, man. It's 7 years old.
I was playing it. How young was I when I was playing it? I guess I was 15 or 14.
7 years old. Damn, I was like 19.
Yeah, I was like 14. I think I just got pubes.
All right.
Texas Showdown was last weekend.
It was last weekend.
And I watched quite a bit of it. Both the anime and all that stuff. I didn't watch finals that much because I got kind of disinterested for some reason. But it was okay. I don't know. Marvel was pretty interesting because I rewatched top 3 because Ray Ray broke out a 0 team. And he was doing pretty well against Chris G. He dropped Sun Confirms, which made him lose the match, and it was 3-2 Chris G. But I feel like if Ray Ray learned just basic confirms, basic combos with 0, he might be the best 0 player. Probably. And that's a little weird to think, you know. Because most 0's problems are that they're really bad. And they have no neutral. And I look at a lot of 0 players, and I see that they're just actually bad at fighting games. But Ray Ray is not bad at fighting games. And he's going to pick you up 0. So, I think it's good. If you have a good neutral with 0, I think you're almost unstoppable. So,
I think you're asking way too much out of 0 players.
well, they're just bad. I'm sorry. I see them play other games. They're just bad. I don't know. Neutral is a skill. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm very bad at everything, but I see a trend. But we'll see. Flocker still hasn't came out of his cave. We'll see a CEO. CEO is such a big tournament coming up, and we have Combo Breaker as well. But CEO, such a big tournament in terms of Marvel for some reason. I don't know. It's like the stars aligned for this is to be a very large foreshadowing of Marvel's future for CEO. And it's definitely going to set the stage for EVO, like, quite heavily. So, we'll see how Marvel goes. I think it's going to be exciting. Did you watch any Street Fighter 4? I honestly did not.
I did. So I was watching Grand Finals. And so going back to how old Street Fighter is now. Street Fighter 4 is now. So I was watching Grand Finals. And I was like, oh, there's Snake Eyes. Oh, there's Infiltration. Oh, this should be amazing. I should be having the time of my life. And I was watching it. And I was falling asleep. And not because the match sucked, not because the players sucked, not because of whatever, but it was just, it's like, it's time for Street Fighter 5. Like, I was watching that Grand Finals, and all I kept thinking about is, I want Street Fighter 5. The whole time. I don't know what it was, but, I don't know, man. It's just like, I just feel like I've seen it a million times now. A million times.
I think the sending off for Street Fighter 4 at EVO this year will be pretty good. And then, well, it's not even sending off. It's setting up for Capcom. There's so many fucking tournaments, Harrison.
I know. I know.
It wasn't just EVO like 3 years ago. It was fucking like goddamn so many tournaments, which is good. I think this Capcom Cup, I guess, will really be the last Street Fighter 4 tournament because the fiscal year shit that I was talking about earlier means March 31st, 2016 is the last possible date they can release Street Fighter 5. So it's coming most likely in February or March of next year. And there's no tournaments around that time anymore. So, yeah, Street Fighter 5 just really needs to come. I want more info.
I think we'll get it when we need it.
I think they really want to save a lot for E3, which makes sense for the Western market.
Yeah.
But as a fighting game fan, I just want it. You know, I want them to have free stations at EVO. You know, kind of like Marvel or Tekken 7's been making the rounds. I've been to a couple tournaments with Tekken 7, at least 3 actually, and people just fucking crowd around it and have a good old time trying stuff out and getting hyped for the game. I think that's good for your publicity to have it before. But I get Tekken 7 is a little different because it's out in the arcades already, so
Yeah.
the game's already finished.
But yeah, I mean, besides the fact that I wish Street Fighter V was out, it was a really, really good fight. And then it was so good up to Infiltration picking Rolento, and then he just kind of went crazy. And then he just kept rolling, and it just wasn't fun anymore. So I think Rolento kind of like ruined that grand finals. Mostly because I really hate that character. I think he's a stupid character.
In Street Fighter 5?
Yeah, no, please no. Do not put that character in Street Fighter 5. That guy needs to be in no games ever again.
He's such a scummy character.
He is. I wish they would have made him less scummy.
I didn't think he'd be that good because he was really getting cross Tekken. And I was like, they're not going to make the same mistake twice. And they did. They made him probably dumber.
I mean, when they didn't put Q in the game, it was like, whatever, at that point.
And this is the nerf version of Rolento.
Yeah, I know.
This is the nerf version. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully that whoever balanced Rolento isn't balancing Street Fighter 5. Let's just hope.
Alright, more. Let's go to the next thing.
MKX was boring for you?
It was
No.
boring. Okay, I gotta... I'm not...
Say it.
Okay, what?
Just go ahead and say it.
Say my reasoning why it's boring. So
yeah.
This game had the same problem as Injustice, with being boring. So, at Evo last year, watching Injustice on the big screen, and you're just like, God, like, why is this so boring? Like, the players are good, the matches are good, but it's just like, why is this game so boring? And it's because it doesn't have amazing music to go behind it. It's just like this boring, like, I don't know, it's just missing that fifth element or whatever. It's just missing that something to make you want to watch the game. When I'm watching it, it's just like little jabs and whatever. It's nothing. The only hype things about that game are the X-rays and the fatalities that nobody wants to do because it takes too much time. So I don't know. They need to. I don't know. They need to just make it sound better. In my opinion.
Their music has always been horrible, and it's much better than MKX from Injustice. Injustice literally had no music. You cannot hear it. Like,
yeah.
If you were in a fight, you could not hear that fucking music. The Batcave, what fucking music were you hearing? It was fucking nothing. So I understand the Injustice points. And Injustice had abysmal walking speed, and had the Superman problem, as well as the Black Adam problem, and all these characters that were obviously really dumb and very brain dead to use, and they did not get normalized. And it just made for horribleness. They fixed the game eventually, from what I hear, but it was just too late. It's like Street Fighter X Tekken. It's too late. But MKX, I think, is an okay game. There's lots of problems with it, and I understand why people would not like it. It's still stiff. It's still a stiff fucking game, even with running. Stuff like that. Why the finals were bad at this particular tournament was Chris G was playing a suboptimal character. He's playing Ancestral Kung Jin. Bojitsu Kung Jin is probably the best character in the game. Ancestral is horrible. Like, I don't know why you would play that character. It's like picking Magneto and just never using a beam, you know? Or, you know, I don't know how to put it. Like, you're just gimping yourself when you pick something like that. So that's why it was dumb. And the player who was playing, I forget. I think I have the results, actually. The Raiden player was doing not optimal combos, not optimal punishes, and all this stuff. So you didn't see, you know, all the cool stuff. More combat. Now, if you go to a WonderChef stream, twitch.tv/WonderChef, I believe, they have tournaments almost every week. They're doing optimal shit. They're doing, you know, good combos, good mix-ups, and it's exciting to watch because, you know, there's actual good players playing. But when there's bad players, any game's gonna look bad.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
So I think it was just a bad representation. Northwest Majors was fine. They had good players.
Yeah.
So I just think they were bad players, in my opinion. None of them were doing what I would call optimal or even good stuff.
I can't get engaged. And people, I'm gonna say this: people in chat are saying Street Fighter music sucks. It's not like the best music in the world, but it keeps you there. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's just nothing that keeps me engaged watching Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be, like, the only move in the game that really gives you, like, that, like, oh, just, like, you know, beat the crap out of him is, like, uppercut. Like, that's kind of the only move. Even the ground bounces, where you jump up in the air and you pound him on the ground. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't.
I understand why you wouldn't like the game.
Yeah.
The game has a lot of problems, I think.
But I would definitely enjoy playing it. I feel like, I don't know. It's just
fun.
It's fun.
It's not good. I don't think it's good. It's a fun game. And it's, you know, bad games can still be fun. Imbalanced games are some of the funnest fucking games in the world. So, yeah, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter if the game's structurally good or makes sense. Sometimes that game just doesn't make sense, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know, stuff happened. We'll see later on. Combo Breaker and CEO both have, I believe, pop bonuses from MKX. I think it's around $3,000
For what?
for MKX. I think
Oh, damn.
it's 3 or even more than that. But yeah. So that'll probably bring a lot of players. And, yeah, we'll see more of the game. We'll see. I'm not writing off MKX until Evo. If MKX is bad at Evo, the game's fucking dead. Very hard. They really need to make it have. They can't really do anything about making the game look good. They really should like tweak the game a little bit, make some strategies that are really boring, like comboing into a mix-up, into the same mix-up and then he's dying. Stuff like that, I guess.
I feel like for a game that, while it's, you know, it's definitely competitive. Like, they patch it, they know people play competitively. For a game that, you know, also markets to, like, you know, frat boys and whatever, you know, like, fanboys. They sell a lot of those games because of the franchise. And, I don't know, they just need to make it, they need to put some of that into the game also, I think, to keep some of these people watching it.
Yeah, it's not like MKX is the only problem. Has the only problem with like not appealing to like Capcom folk like us, I guess. I think Killer Instinct has a big problem with that. I think they're getting a lot better at it though, with their balancing and new characters coming out. So.
Yeah, the new characters definitely. I think I think Killer Instinct is gonna be. I think it's gonna be sick at Evo.
And we don't have all the new characters out for MKX. Jason was just released, and he looks pretty cool. He has some weird gimmicks, very cool allusions to the movies. So I thought he was done pretty well. So I'm definitely looking for the Predator. I want to play a Predator.
Predator's gonna be in the game?
Predator is gonna be in the
That
game.
is sick. Is like the story mode gonna include him fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. There's also going to be a Carl Weathers skin for Jax. So that's pretty fucking hype too. Nah, I sub Jax, so.
That's cool.
Pretty hype. Another unfortunate thing that happened at Texas Showdown was that Pandaxgaming's stuff got stolen. All his stream gear basically got stolen.
Are you serious?
And yeah, and it was around, I guess he estimated around $6,000 got stolen. Because pretty much everything out of his car. And it was including a laptop with where he had like photos and videos of his kids, I guess. And that was where he stored the photos and stuff. And he also stored them on an external hard drive that he just happened to have with him in the car. So all his kids' photos and videos got stolen too. So it's a really shitty situation. And yeah, he's raising money on a GoFundMe. I don't have the link on me. I'll probably try and find it. But they already raised almost $5,000, I think. So
the shitty thing is you know it's like somebody knew it was in his car. Like that's the
Yeah,
shitty
so-
thing.
What he said was, I'm gonna link it in chat. What he said was he just like he put it in there, and then, you know, like not even very long after he put it in there, someone broke in. So it was someone basically casing him and wanting to steal from him, and pretty premeditated, I guess. Whereas like the Markman stuff, I assume was probably just random, just a random break-in. But they said they weren't gone that from that long, so there might be a fucking serial thief going to fighting game events. I don't think it's out of the possibilities. There's just a lot of stuff that's just left around sometimes.
Yeah,
So-
next time I go to an event, I'm just gonna fucking leave a hard drive on the front seat and then just go around the corner and peek my head around and wait for this guy to come out.
Put it under a trap. But no. But yeah, that's why I don't think people understand why streamers get real hawkish over their equipment, because like I see players, you know, treat equipment badly on stage and stuff like that, and you know, trying to just like be near cords and near cameras and shit, you know, drinking shit and like knocking shit over. Like people are very not respectful, I guess,
Yeah.
to streamers. And like if you're a streamer, you have to worry about all this fucking equipment because, you know, it's very expensive.
That, and like when something gets stolen, like, or all your stuff gets stolen, it's not even like, I mean, at this rate, it looks like he's gonna be able to get the funds to get stuff again, but he's gonna be out of commission for a while too, because he's got to go and find everything that he had, and some of that stuff is kind of hard to find, and then you got to get it shipped to your house, and then you got to get it all set up again. It's just like,
Apparently he's gonna try and stream a combo breaker, but I don't know about that.
I mean, it's not like going down to Target and or Best Buy and just picking up everything. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
So it sucks. If you guys want to go find me him, donate, I guess. Excuse me. I put the link in the chat.
If you guys have any questions, you can send them to @HarrisonSBA and @Honzo Gonzo. It's right there on the screen for you.
Yeah.
I think we have one last thing to talk about for questions.
I guess two things.
Oh, okay.
SoCal Regionals. When is that coming? When's that happening? Who knows?
I don't know. I'm gonna
'Cause it's fucking
fly
always
in on my
changing.
private jet to this hangar that's being held in.
It's being held in the hangar, which is I'm okay with. I don't care.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But it's in fucking October. So SoCal was moved. SoCal Regionals was moved from
March
sometime in March. We didn't know. No one knew.
To June.
And they announced
to
it in
October.
June. And then they got delayed, and they're gonna announce it. No, it was announced in May. Then they got delayed,
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe.
and they put it in June-ish. And they said, you know, June time if you want to make registration and shit. And then they postponed it to October. So, would you book to this October event? Like, are you sure it's gonna be at this time? It's been changed twice this year.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I'm not. I've not nothing.
Wouldn't you
against
rather
John.
go
I've
to
been
like? Wouldn't you rather go to like an East Coast event that's gonna be happening around that time anyway? At this point,
there? Yeah,
like there's
and
gonna be, you know, Winter Brawl or something, right? Wouldn't you rather go to like Winter Brawl that you know is gonna be there?
if I was an East Coast or an international player, like, would I really take the risk and plan for this? You know, I assume if I got assurances from Byte, but like if they change it, you're fucked. Like I know a couple of players who actually made plans for the May tournament and had to go down to SoCal and just hang out, like Kyle P or some of the anime guys went down there. But yeah, they just couldn't do anything. You know, they already made plans. They had to, you know, follow through with them. You can cancel a hotel, but sometimes canceling flights costs more money than fucking just going on the flight. So
I don't
Yeah.
think that's true.
sometimes it does.
That literally makes no sense at all.
Sometimes it
That
does.
literally makes no sense.
Sometimes it does. I've seen
Why would you
outrageous
bother
things.
canceling a flight if it costs more to cancel the flight? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Because they want to charge you for it.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
I think.
Anyways, it doesn't
back
matter.
up.
I'm right,
Something.
you're wrong. So there's also 2 other events that are happening.
1 day events.
1-day events. It's not like they're gonna get. I don't know. This is obviously, and I'm pretty sure they said it. It's just for regional people that are there
They're
to
basically
level
tier
up
regions.
which I think, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
I think it's great. I think it's better than fucking SCR. I'd rather just have regional events, to be honest.
Yeah, but you can't make money off regionals, even though it's called SoCal regionals. I don't know. I just what happens? Do you consider it a Capcom Cup Pro Tour event now?
I guess it still is.
Like premier
but
event? Like that's really I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'd rather give it Roger Combo Breaker at this point.
I think you have to give it to somebody who has their shit together, I guess. That has a tournament that is is going to happen.
Because we already have a California tournament, which is NCR. You know, Midwest doesn't have one of the big 4 qualifiers. East Coast technically has 2. It's mainly in the South region, but it's still East Coast.
Yeah.
You know, driving from NorCal to SoCal is kind of almost some similar distance from New York to Atlanta and shit. So I don't want to hear it. But yeah, I don't know.
I guess we'll know in October.
Yeah, I wouldn't plan for it. Like if I was an individual, like I would not plan for it until I saw them setting up at the fucking tournament. And I'm like, okay, I guess they're having it. But like at this point, it's like as a customer, I can't believe them. You know, it's as much as I want to, because I know they've held tournaments, they've been fine. But these hiccups are just too big to ignore. I think for me as a customer, I wouldn't advocate making plans. Just me.
Where was SCR held before it was at the school?
Before UCI?
Yeah.
I believe it was at the Proud Bird, which is where Revelations was held.
Oh, was it the... describe that place again?
It was like next to a restaurant.
Was it the place that Capcom Cup was held in?
Same place, yes.
Same place? Okay, alright. Okay. So I didn't go to a SoCal Regionals while it was there. I only went to the UCI ones.
Okay. That Proud Board venue is pretty awful, so I understand why they left it. I fucking hate that venue. I mainly hate it because that was my first tournament, and it was Revelations, so...
I think it's mainly why you hate it.
Yeah. I got to play the Alpha of Skullgirls there. That's why I'm the best Skullgirls player.
Or... Should we go on to questions?
Yeah, Combo Breakers next week. I'll be there.
I will not be there.
So say hi to me. I'll be working, but I don't know if I'm doing anything Friday. So I might be just hamming it up. And the venue's 24 hours, or I might be drunk passed out on the floor. No one knows. No one knows. Say hi to me. All that stuff. If you have suggestions for pizza, I'm open. Because I don't know where to go.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're going to Chicago, right?
I'm going to Chicago for the first time.
Ooh.
And I've always wanted to go to Chicago, so I'm pretty excited, actually. Question.
Questions. All right.
I think I got any.
We don't have many questions yet.
Oh, wait, I have a lot. Okay. People are just favoriting all my tweets. Some people just like go on favorites for these, and it clogs my notifications. I appreciate it, but
Dread Mage, start off. Dread Mage, do you think crowdfunding tournament pots with DLC is a big part of the future?
Oh.
I think it's a big part of the now.
Yeah.
Really, this isn't new at all. Dota's been doing this for like a really long time, right?
For around 2 years, going on 3.
And it's not. It's $100,000 is laughable compared to how much money the Dota tournaments made with all their items and stuff. It's like not even comparable. Didn't they make like $10 million?
I spent $27 this year.
Didn't they make over $10 million? Or
That
something
was,
like that?
last year I forget their goal. At the moment for TI5, they're almost to 8 million.
That's insane.
And the tournament's not for 2 months, I think. So they have around 2 more months to make more money. And they've only released a third of the items. So there's still the majority of things that are going to draw people to donate and get more money is not even out yet. So it's going to be crazy how much they raised this year. And it's only a quarter that goes to the prize pot. So Valve has gotten $24 million so far off this one tournament. That hasn't happened yet. So that's not counting ticket sales, sponsors, all this stuff. So yeah, so the crowdfunding obviously works for Valve, but is it working for people in the fighting game community? I think the ESL tournament is proving that it kind of does. I see a lot of people sporting that blue steel skin, and I think it's a great idea. Have a costume attributed with a tournament. You buy that costume, you put money into the tournament. Simple as that. You know, and I think it shouldn't be on the developer themselves. A developer should provide tools to create your own stuff. So this is what Valve does. They have a workshop, and you can basically create, import 3D models.
Any game, like.
Yeah, you can import 3D models, and basically make your own costumes and skins. So, on most of these new games will be on the new Unreal Engine, I believe. And that game will be moddable. So if you have a skin available, I think you should be able to sell that skin yourself, not regulated by Capcom, via Capcom. So they should set up a DLC store where they can basically have verified users be able to post tournament stuff. So like if Jabali wants to post a CEO costume for Ryu in Street Fighter V, I totally think you should go to Capcom and be like, I have this costume already done in the Unreal Engine. I paid someone to make it. Let me put it up on the game store, their DLC store. And all the funds will go to, or some of the funds will go to the next CEO Street Fighter V tournament.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously some of it's going to go to Capcom.
But yeah, there'll be a cut.
Yeah.
But I think that is a really good way for Capcom, at least, to basically integrate it into their client and make it so they don't really, almost no effort for them. So once they set it up, they don't really have to put that much besides on their own tournament. I think they should do similar to what Dota is doing with Compendium and stuff for Capcom Pro Tour. And,
the only thing about that is, you know, Dota is through Steam, so like everything is like through Steam. It's like through their own thing. It gets a lot more complicated when, especially with consoles, you have to go through Microsoft, or you have to go through Sony. It's like the same thing. It's like you have to go through somebody else. When Valve just does it through themselves. You know what I mean?
If they're actually sponsored or partnered with Sony, then I think it
That's true. That's true.
It should be.
I didn't think about that.
Should be easier. Because look at Killer Instinct with Microsoft. They're doing similar things to Mortal Kombat, where they have crowdfunding via, I believe, it's skins or character. I forget what, but they're doing a similar thing to Mortal Kombat.
I want to say it's like a character or a skin or something like that. Or I think it's like a alteration of a character. I think that's what it was.
Okay. But we'll see. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I would like to see that personally, because I think sometimes modders themselves make better costumes than Capcom. You know, I see some costumes that are serious costumes, not like nude mod or some shit.
That, and it's no secret that Capcom is trying to make money off these costumes. Like, it's not like the original Street Fighter where they were like, okay, let's have one set. It's like, no, let's just we want more costumes. And I think people want more costumes too.
Yeah, and I don't get why they don't make costumes that alter effects and stuff. Like, you can make Ryu's fireball fucking purple. I mean, he's throwing purple fireballs. You know, that's not, you know, canon, but, you know, cool effects. A Shoryuken leaves with flaming Shoryuken, it turns, you know, it leaves like a scorching smoke everywhere or something. I don't know.
I think some costumes do that.
Well, then I'm high.
Not to the extent that you're talking about, but they do have different like quirks to them. Like, I mean, Zangief's robot costume. Like, it sounds like a robot. You know what I mean? There's definitely costumes in there that change a little bit, but yeah, not to the extent that you would want.
Yeah. Something like that. I think that's cool. And it's, people like that shit. People pay money for that shit. I mean, I look at League of Legends and Dota and shit. The things people pay money for are just silly.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people.
Spooky is actually selling his shirt, and the proceeds go to Next Level Battle Circuit, or like half of it or something. And on top of that, you actually get a shirt. Like, you get something for real.
That's a good idea. I just think digital content is...
It's super easy.
The future. Imagine having Team Spooky shirts on all your fucking characters. That'd be dope as fuck. I want that. Having Team Spooky fucking Blanca going hand.
Imagine if like Hearthstone had a tournament and you just you got a card. Like, that would instantly make like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. I think digital content is just smart. As someone who likes physical things and hates the futility of digital content, like what we saw with PT, I still think it's a good idea.
Next question. Holy crap, that lasted forever. way too good of a question, Druid Mage. Speaking of Druid Mage, would you like to see more events experiment with the game order for Finals Day? Oh yeah, that was kind of a big thing too. Mortal Kombat, wasn't it? The second to last game? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's a new game. Like, I mean, let's face it, like Marvel, as much as you are gonna hate to admit it, it's declining. Why? I mean, at this point, it's the second to final game because it's called Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at this point. That's why it's the second to last game. It's because it's called that. There's no other rhyme or reason to it.
I still think Marvel was a strong game. But I understand why you put Mortal Kombat near the end. I was thinking about this actually during Texas Showdown. What if they had MKX the last game? Okay, they had they had almost 26,000, I believe, for MKX, and only it dropped down to 13 or 15 for Marvel. So would those 12 or so thousand people have stayed and watched Marvel and Street Fighter, or they just came when Mortal Kombat came? And it doesn't matter about the order, I don't know.
Oh, come on. Come on. It does.
Does it actually matter?
It does matter about the order.
As a watcher, I don't think it matters.
As a streamer, it matters. As a streamer, it matters. You want to build up. You want to get, I hate to say it, you want to get your crappy games out of the way first, and you want your heavy hitters at the end. That's what you want. Because you don't want all of those people coming in later in the day when they get off work or, finished doing whatever. You want those people that are going to be watching it later in the day to stay there. You're not going to want, oh, I'm going to get off work and I'm going to go check out the grand finals because it's the last game and it's awesome and it's like Skullgirls Top 8 or something. Like, you want your heavy hitters at the end.
Okay. So Mortal Kombat should be the end of every game. Evo, MKX, and Smash. That's the new fighting game for me.
We all know that Street Fighter will always be the end of Evo, no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's never gotten the most views. It's not true. Vanilla in 2010, it's gotten the most views. Ever since Marvel came out, it has not gotten the most views. Not for the fact that Marvel always got the most, which I think it has, but there's also the melee effect that's been recently. So.
You want your heavy hitters at the end, man. That's just the way. Then the end of the story.
Well, then Marvel should be the last game. At the Hound 2 asks, you guys played Marvel's Capcom 3. What are your thoughts on the Age of Ultron film? I liked it. It was a little cheesy, but I mean, it's Marvel.
It was really superhero-y, I guess.
Yeah.
They saved people. They literally saved people.
Yeah, I guess that's what, you know.
That's what your superheroes. That's what you should do, is save people.
Yeah, you shouldn't just be brooding and be like, I hate having powers. Shit like that. No one cares. Scarlett Johansson's really hot. I have a big crush on her, actually.
I thought it was good. I thought the first one was better, but
they're both good.
They're both good. I thought there was a lot of loopholes. Anyways, I don't want to discuss 20 minutes about what I didn't like or liked about. It was fun. I would definitely go see it.
They mentioned Black Panther's country, so that got me hyped. I like Black Panther a lot, so
I'm more excited about like the other movies, to be honest. Next question. At
Down 2, do you guys think Street Fighter 5 should have BGM select like anime fighting games? I'm tired of that whack ass training mode music. I don't see why not. Basically, I don't know if you know this, Harrison. You can choose any song for any stage.
And what?
In Anime Fighters. So say you want to listen to training mode stage on the Volcano Rim stage. You could do that. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. But you can do it. So you're not stuck to, if you like a stage, you're not stuck to that song, essentially.
Well, I mean, a Street Fighter, it's just your character, right?
If you can do stage music too.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Generally, we have it set on that. I don't know why. I just never change it. The chat always hates me because I don't change it, but
I think a lot of people don't have it on just because you get copywritten with the music.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so people kind of have it turned off just so that just one less thing they have to deal with, so they just have the stage music on.
At Snorax asks, what is the optimal time for NRS to patch? Is the tier list becoming clear? NRS hasn't really patched the game. Pretty much at all. They patched a few broken things out, I believe. Just like infinite combos and stuff. But otherwise, it's been pretty intact since the start. Besides the Aaron Black nerf, which wasn't even a fucking... It was barely a nerf.
Did they fix that thing that they banned at Northwest Majors? With the meter thing?
They have not. They have not fixed Spectral Ormac, I don't believe. But no one plays Spectral Ormac, so no one...
Well, because he's banned.
Well, even before that. That's actually probably the worst version. The fact that he has meter, makes him the best. But,
like a usable character?
Yeah, but otherwise, Spectral Ormac's actually kind of awful. His other ones are much better.
He's so bad, he's banned.
Yep. But tier list-wise, people think Kung Jin's very strong, Quan Chi's very strong, Raiden's
Quan Chi is really strong?
Quan Chi's very strong. Some of the best zoning, some of the best mix-ups. He can kill you. He can touch you at the start of the round and just kill you with one mix-up. So he's very strong. Kung Jin just shits damage. Has great normals. Sonya and Cassie are both really good characters. They haven't been explored a lot. We'll probably see more of them. Yeah. You'll see a lot of variety. A lot of the characters can beat a lot of the other characters. That's all I'm going to say. But the top tier is setting in stone quickly. I think Kung Jin and Quan Chi are the two to look out for. At Hoochie asks, what's bigger right now in your opinion, Smash 4 or MKX? MKX.
I mean, yeah, you just go to Twitch, and then it's Mortal Kombat. It's pretty big right now.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. As much as I think Smash was fine, I watched the game and it was an enjoyable experience. So, at Husband asks, will Marvel survive 2015? Yes.
I'll take it from the expert.
Will it move down in ranks significantly? Yeah, I think this is the last big Marvel year.
Last big Marvel year.
Street Fighter 5 is gonna overshadow it pretty heavily. A lot of the Marvel players will go to Street Fighter 5. Guaranteed.
I can see that. Dude, the money.
It's
the money.
It's money, and it's not like Marvel players only play fucking Marvel. Like they came from, they're probably 09ers to begin
I think
with.
that they want a new game too.
Yeah, definitely. You can only deal with so much Morgan, you know.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you're just like, fucking, you know, let it end. But yeah, I think this is the last year, and I'm okay with that, to be honest. Why people say Marvel's dead right now, I have a problem with, but if people say it next year, I won't have a problem with it, to be honest. The Hound 2 asks, what do you think the original Street Fighter 5 character is going to be like? Will it have a subsystem like a Con Oil or Jury FSE?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's definitely going to be...
I think there'll be some crazy characters. I think they, especially from those characters that they've made already, and they know those characters are, especially a con, like people like watching a con. Even though the character sucks, it's super hyped to watch. And I don't understand, there'd be no reason for them not to make a character like that. In my opinion. Like, why would you not?
The original characters, besides, I guess, Sea Viper, are pretty well made. And, you know, good animations and stuff. And, you know, people enjoy
Viper
watching
was
them.
just too well made.
I hate Viper.
Somebody
Wrong
spent
game.
way too much time on that character. Like, what
Wrong
if he
game.
just can cancel all of our normals into all of our normals? Oh, that's a great idea.
As random as Forte is, he's still enjoyable to watch. But yeah, I think their original character design is very good. So what I personally think is they might be an Australian character, like the Southeast Asian character, or probably another Eastern European character. Not necessarily Russia, but like the Balkans. We'll see that. Maybe an Israeli. Krav Maga. Stuff that hasn't been represented in Street Fighter. I think they were really going with that with their original character designs in Street Fighter 4 with Hakan and Jury. That was Taekwondo and Turkish oil wrestling. You know, that's pretty fucking far out there for a Street Fighter series. So, I think they want to do more of that type of exploration. Not necessarily just a new character, but even just a new style, completely new style. Because I'm sure they know people rack on Capcom for having, you know, Ryu and Ken, same character.
Yeah. I think, I mean, Ryu we know is in there. I mean, I kind of hope that Ken isn't in there. I kind of hope that some of these characters don't make it in. And I hope we see some older characters from the Alpha series and stuff like that we just haven't seen in a really long time. And then some new characters.
Like Rolento.
Oh, God. No.
I like
That's
to see
not
more
what I was
Street Fighter 3
talking about when I said old characters.
Necro would be fun. Necro would be cool.
Everybody wants Q. If Q doesn't make it into the game, people are going to riot.
I will literally shit in Capcom Studios. I'll announce it right now. I will take a dump in Capcom Studios. USA.
When they announce that character, and they will announce that character, it will instantly sell the what was it, 2 million copies? Instantly. 2 million pre-orders.
Right there.
Instantly. Yep. Instantly. I'm down. But to answer your question, yes.
I think it'll be interesting. I think they're actually very good at making original characters. Balancing is a different story, but concept-wise, very good. Abakun, aka Dang, asks, what do you think about fighting games that balance characters by HP? I.e. nerfing like Seth or Geese HP or buffing it. Having different HPs.
I mean, don't all fighting games do that?
No.
No?
Mortal Kombat, for example.
Oh yeah, you're right. They all same life.
Um.
Well then that's weird. They just nerf, or they just bounce them with just moves, right? I guess.
Yeah. Do I think it's a good idea? Do I think it's good? Yeah.
You know what they need to add in Street Fighter? Come to think of it, they need to add a chick with like 1200 life. That's what they need to add. Like, let's be real here. All these chicks have like chick life, like 900 life, or like
Yeah.
nobody has. I want to see a female character with 1,000 plus life.
I want to see fucking Brianna Tarth looking motherfucker in there, you know? Just a big chick, buff as fuck, just tossing dudes and like, yeah, that'd be sick.
I'd be down.
Tall, beefy, you know.
There needs to be, yeah.
Because Brianna Tarth has a good ass. I want more of that, Harrison.
Anything else before you wrap up the show?
I don't have any.
You don't have anything else? You know Hanzo story?
I don't think I did anything in 2 weeks.
I mean, you were naked the last 4 days.
Yeah.
Nothing. You can't linger on that. All right.
Okay. So I went to Marvel with my brother.
You went to Marvel.
Yeah. The Age of Ultron. So we were there, and I saw a chick with the Batman backpack, and I was like, "That's fucking stupid." If I was near you, I'd punch you. Maybe like, get that out of you. I was very, very offended actually. So I saw her in the line, got flustered, cooled myself down with a nice ice water, and then they were sitting near us in the movie theater. My brother's kind of a hothead, so this group of young ladies started to LARP, I guess, or role play. They weren't actually acting out stuff. They started a role play in the movie theater, and they were like, "I'm gonna cast like." A fireball at you. It's like, oh, I use my elven magic cloak to block it. Shit like that. And my brother is not a nerd. He's like, he likes Destiny and, Madden and shit.
You like video games? This is a nerd.
Yeah, he's not a nerd, though. And,
Okay.
He likes Marvel.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
But he's not a nerd. So he sees this and his mind...
He's not a nerd. First words that comes out of mouth, he likes Destiny.
So we see these people, and he's trying to, like, rationalize what they were doing, and it just didn't make sense to him. So the movie just started. And that was it.
Oh, I have a great Harrison story. All right, so same thing. Gonna go see Age of Ultron. Opening day, right? So I'm thinking, oh, there's gonna be like 1 million people online, and I get there, there's a bunch of people online. I was like, oh, snap! I'm not gonna be able to get a ticket because we're late, and the movie starts in like 30 minutes. And I somehow beat my friend from San Francisco, even though he only had to drive from Sonoma, which is weird. But anyways, so I get there, we go to buy our tickets, and this guy is letting us know, hey, there's a lot of people in there, and you guys might not get good seats. And we're like, well, what about the next show? It's like, well, the next show is only 3D, and none of us wanted to see it in 3D. And so we're like, well, what do you guys want to do? And we're like, okay, let's just go see the 9:30 showing. We're like, all right, fine, whatever. It's like, are you sure? Like, yeah, we'll take your chances. So we buy our tickets. We walk past like the line of people waiting to get into the 10:30 3D show, and we're like, oh man, this is gonna be like crazy. So we walk in there, and we all look at each other and like, wow, like there was hella seats everywhere, and we just like walked up in like the 5th row and just all sat down and just watched the movie. What do you think?
It's a great fucking story.
Great fucking story. Thank you. If you guys want to follow me, you can follow me at HarrisonSBA. If you want to follow Honzo Gonzo, you can follow him at Honzo Gonzo. If you guys don't want to follow either of us, but you guys still want to check out what we do, you guys make sure to check us out, twitter.com/IPLAYWINNER, youtube.com/IPLAYWINNER, facebook.com/IPLAYWINNER. And of course, you guys can go to IPLAYWINNER.com, go to the podcast section, and check out every single show in YouTube or MP3 format. Every single one. All of them. And is that it, Honzo? Do you have anything?
Support my Patreon if you like me. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, peace, guys.